want? A choice. A chance.
There's your chance. Take it.
Grateful.
The day will come when you won't be.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again. This time I'm trying to catch up on all my Fear the Walking Dead reviews. I know I only did the first episode of the season 2, and of course now we're done with season 2. But yeah, like I said, I just finished all the season 3s of the regular Walking Dead, so I just got to do season 4 and 5 to be caught up on that. But I'm gonna take a break on those for now, and I'm gonna try to go ahead and get these Fear the Walking Dead reviews caught up. So yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into this one. This is going to be for Fear the Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 2, entitled, We All Fall Down. Alright. An infected crawls out of the ocean and creeps towards a boy and girl playing on shore. A protective chain link fence stops the infected from reaching them. Strand monitors the unknown ship on Abigail's radar. Madison yells at Nick for endangering himself by jumping in the water after the wreckage of the sailboat. Travis shows up with the logbook that Nick retrieved from the sailboat and says that they have a problem. Travis informs Strand that, according to the log, the military has already burned San Diego to the ground. Strand proposes they hide from the fast-approaching ship by retreating to the coastline. Travis suggests Katrina Island, which has a ranger station that may offer supplies and a shortwave radio. Travis assures Chris that they are going to a safe location. Chris asks how Travis knows it's safe. Travis has no answer. As Abigail approaches Katrina Island, Madison sees a light flashing inside of a house. Madison, Travis, Nick, Alicia, and Chris get off the boat. Strand stays on board with Ophelia and Daniel, who wants to monitor Strand. Madison's group approaches the house that she saw from the boat. A young boy, the one from the beach, runs out to greet them. Travis introduces himself to the boy's father, George, and asks permission to dock for the night. Inside the house, George tells Travis that based on his communication with other ranger stations, he believes the entire country west of the Continental Divide has fallen and the border to Mexico has been completely sealed off. In the kitchen, George's wife, Melissa, probes Madison about her job as a guidance counselor and asks if she ever works with younger children. Melissa introduces Madison to her teenage son, Seth. Back to the Abigail, Daniel checks in with Ophelia. Ophelia says she is starting to understand the world better, which helps her understand him. It's cruel, she says. At the Geary house, Nick and Alicia play with the kids, Harry and Willa. Harry brings Nick to his room and shows him action figures with red dots on their foreheads representing gunshot wounds. Harry says that he won't get sick because his family has power pills. It's like a vitamin, he explains. If I take it, my family stays together. In the wheelhouse, Daniel accuses Strand of wanting to offload members of the group to conserve his resources. Strand deflects Daniel's accusations. George tells Travis that the apocalypse is all a part of nature's plan. The world couldn't sustain itself, so it stood back and said enough. This is its course of correction. He says he raised his family on the island and intends for them to stay on the island. As they head back to the boat, Madison tells Travis that Melissa may have flashed the light on purpose. She speculates that Melissa wants to leave the island but is too scared of George to say so. On the Abigail, Nick gazes at the stars. He muses to Alicia that being able to see the stars without light pollution or smog to block them out is an upside to the apocalypse. Changing topics, Nick tells her that he is concerned about Harry and Willa's future, or lack thereof. The next day, Chris sees Seth walking towards the beach with a pickaxe. Seth brings Chris to the beach where infected are pounding on the chain link fence. Seth slams the pickaxe into an infected's head and invites Chris to take a swing. Travis looks for Chris. Chris kills an infected with the pickaxe. Seth praises his technique and explains that George taught him how to kill and survive. Travis finds him and tells Chris to return to the boat. He averts his eyes as Chris kills one of the more infected. Travis finds George at the house and recalls the days when Chris was mowing lawns and taking out the garbage rather than killing infected. This is how we manage now, George says. George enlists Travis's help mending a fence. He tells Travis about a massive herd of infected on a nearby marina and predicts that it is only a matter of time before the herd finds them. Travis asks why George isn't fleeing. He says, "We all die. It's a question of surrender or survival, acceptance or denial." Alicia visits the ranger station and draws her former boyfriend Matt's tattoo on a bulletin board. Nick looks for drugs in the Geary house and finds a baggie of pills hidden in George's office. Back on the Abigail, the unknown ship finally disappears from radar. Strand announces it's time to set sail. Madison tells Melissa that they are setting sail and asks if she had intentionally flashed the light to signal them. Melissa admits that she signaled them in hopes that they would take Harry and Willa, since George and Seth are planning for the entire family to die together on the island. Madison relays Melissa's request to Travis and insists they rescue Harry and Willa. "You're not taking them, Travis. You're saving them," she says. Travis reluctantly agrees to speak with George. Daniel searches the Will house while Strand is gone. He discovers a map of Baja California, Mexico, together with a loaded MP5 submachine gun inside a locked compartment. Strand, alone, talks to someone on his satellite phone. "It's all clear now," he says. "Sundown. I'll be there." On the boat, Nick tells Madison and Travis that he found poison in George's office and predicts George is planning on Jonestowning his family. Travis, Madison, and Nick return to the Geary house to take Harry and Willa. Melissa is hurriedly explaining some of her children's quirks when George comes in. He angrily demands to know what is happening when the argument is interrupted by Harry. "Something is wrong with Willa," he reports. Upstairs, Willa is found dead after ingesting the power pills from George's stash. Melissa cradles Willa, who opens her eyes, turns, and bites her. George agrees to let Travis take Harry, but refuses to join them. Travis's group sprints to the boat with Harry. Seth chases them down with a rifle and forces them to give Harry back. Melissa, who is now infected, walks towards them on the dock. Seth shoots Melissa while Harry's back is turned, and that's how this one ends. So yeah, guys, that was my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2. I appreciate you checking this out as always, and I'll be back soon with the next review. Y'all be good.
Welcome to Woodbury.
Pushing my pants yet?